Everyone, questions. Before I begin today's lesson, motherfuckers. What do you guys think is the most important skill in Tekken? Let me hear it in the chat. Let me hear it. The most important skill in the whole game. Of all the fundamentals. YouTube, that's right, Mr. Mo. YouTube. I'm giving lectures. Welcome to my TED Talk. Surprise, motherfucker. We got execution. The skill to win. Great answer. Okay. Movement. Schmovement, Mr. Mo. We got execution. Defense, and it's not close. Okay. Defense. Pressure. Okay. I'm hearing some good answers. Right? The confidence to take risks. Staying calm. Hey, composure's pretty good. I like that. Discipline. Not getting tilted, right? Composure. Good. Adaptation. Okay, GD, I think that you are closest to where I'm going with this, all right? I think you're the closest to where I'm going with this. It's an open discussion, all right? So, a lot of people have made videos talking about what they think are like the most important fundamental skills in Tekken, right? A lot of people. The answers you've given are great answers. Execution, key, right? Movement is one that a lot of people talk about. Punishment is a great one, right? Here's the way I've broken it down personally, right? There might be others that you can think of, right, that I've misplaced, but these are the skills that I think are fundamental, and it doesn't matter what character you play, you are better by improving these things. Like if fighting game players had like a radar chart of like, this player's good at this, but weak at this. These are the things that I think would be on that Tekken radar chart, okay? So, number one, string knowledge, right? I think string knowledge for me, I combine punishment and knowing what strings need to be ducked, right? Knowing when a string is over. Like when you're first used to the game, you just push buttons at random times. You're like, oh, I thought the string was over, but actually it's 4 hits, right? Knowing to low parry this move, right? Knowing that you have to sidestep this hit, otherwise you're caught into a mix. String knowledge in general. And this is like the lengthiest matchup knowledge. Right, matchup knowledge is a part of it too, right? That's a large part of it. In fact, when we talk about matchup knowledge, 50% of that is like string knowledge. And the other 50% is like movement in neutral. Right? So this should be self-explanatory. I shouldn't have to go into further detail about this. But this is like one of the hardest to attain because it takes the longest amount of time. You have to play a bunch of matches, research a bunch of stuff, get hit by a lot of stuff, but this is really key. The next one, also very important, throw breaking. Self-explanatory, players who can break throws are better than players who can't. Sorry, it is what it is, right? You got to do it. And I think, I've said this multiple times in multiple videos, there are players, low level or like, let's say early rank, sort of early in their learning journey, who think that being able to read and break throws is like a high level skill that I can worry about in the future. Not true. Start now. I don't care if you're Shinryu. I don't care if you're Mighty Ruler. I don't care if you're Fujin. I don't care what rank you're at. Spending a little bit of time, dedicated time to learn to break throws, fucking useful. It's fucking useful, bro. All right? Not a soul on earth has matchup knowledge against Zafina. Hey, joke's on you. I got decent matchup knowledge against Zafina. I'm just saying. Actually, I've jinxed myself. I bet you next time I'm going to get fucking matched up against Zafina and get blown the fuck up. But I do my homework, is what I'm trying to say. In fact, you bring up a good point, Peter Lawrence. You bring up an excellent point. I think so one of my favorite streamers, I watch a lot of streamers, but one of my favorite streamers is Tricky. I think I've talked about her in the past, right? And I remember there was this one time where she was playing against an Eddy player, and Eddy was freeing her up with all kinds of gimmicks. And I remember she was getting pissed off, as we all do against Eddy. And I remember trying to lightly suggest, like, hey, you actually played better than the other player, but you don't have the knowledge. Like, maybe lab the matchup. And she said something that was really interesting. She was pissed. She was like, why am I going to lab the matchup? Like, Eddy never shows up in ranked. If I'm going to start labbing matchups, I should lab the matchups that are more common, right? Jin, King, Reina, hold on. Like, I should lab these matchups. And my argument was like, actually, I think the matchups that show up the least often are the ones that require the most practice mode labbing. Do you know what I mean? Because the other ones you can actually get some organic practice against. But the less often you fight against a character, the more you need to sit your butt in the lab and lab it, because you're not going to get the organic practice. You're just going to get scammed out, right? And then what was funny, the thing is, again, she was streaming, so I didn't want to push, because streaming can be quite stressful. So I was like, you know what? I get what you're saying. I didn't want to push it. But then what was interesting is, like, a couple streams later, she had a promo match, right? I think it was with Tekken at this point. And guess who showed up to cock block the match? Guess who did it? Guess who? Fucking Eddy. And I was watching at the time, and if I was an asshole, I'd have been like, kind of told you. Because again, this Eddy was doing the same shit that the earlier Eddy was doing. Fucking just 333. Literally just a 5 minutes in the lab would have like prepared them to deal with this shit. But she didn't do it, and then she got freed up again. So I remember thinking at the time that it kind of solidified the theory I already had in my mind, which is actually the less often a character shows up, the more you must lab them. Like the more, right? I just wanted, that's a good tangent. Anyway, but yes, throw breaking, like I said. Next one. Whiff punishing. Whiff punishing. Okay, so it's really interesting. I still see myself as a scrub in Tekken, and I've been really humbled. A lot of players on Twitch and on YouTube have kind of come to me and been like, hey, I'd really appreciate some guidance. I'd really appreciate some coaching. And I'm like, fuck, coaching from me? Are you crazy? I am not going to coach you. I'm not going to charge you money for coach. I just can't do it. Because even I'm still learning things, right? I'm going to higher and higher levels of Tekken, and even things I think I know about the game, my knowledge of the game is getting more and more sophisticated. So I don't want to teach someone something only to then like a week later have figured something new out and be like, man, I accidentally misled the other person. So I appreciate the desire for like feedback and stuff that they want from me. I really appreciate that, but I don't feel comfortable coaching. That said though, I do on YouTube, I do have like a membership thing that you can sign up for, kind of like a subscription. And basically, if you do that, I promise to watch at least one of your, one of your replays and then give you some feedback. That I can do. That's useful. So if you're interested in supporting the channel or want some personal feedback from me, just do that. I'll watch a replay, give you some feedback, talk some shit to you, maybe make a video, like a private video only just for you. I'll do that. But like, I'm not going to give you in-depth coaching because I don't want to steal your money. It's not valuable. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think my insights I think they're useful to a lot of players, especially at the intermediate level and below, but like, yeah, I just don't want to coach. But that said though, why am I talking about that now? I'm talking about that now because when I do watch people's replays, a lot of the time, people just let things whiff. People just whiff big moves in their face and they just don't do anything. And I'm like, whiff punishing is one of those skills that a lot of people don't realize they need to know, okay? They need to know. And this is one of those areas that I think separates good players from bad players from great players. And so like, I generally feel this way. Like, again, I got motherfuckers in the chat, fucking Genius and Javeda, right? Like, these motherfuckers always cause me trouble because I know if I whiff something in their face, I'm eating a Sonic Fang, I'm eating an Electric, and it keeps you on it. So whiff punishing is like one of those skills. And again, it doesn't matter what character you use, it's a skill worth cultivating, right? Movement. Someone said that earlier when I was listing most important things. For me, I break movement into two categories. The first I call movement spacing. It's 2D movement, back and forth. This is one of those things that you just grow better at organically. The more you play against other people, the better you get at movement in spacing, right? It's pretty key. Movement in 2D space, really important, okay? But as you can probably tell from my tone, there's also movement in the Z-axis. This is probably the area of the game where I think I'm weakest at and I'm trying to develop. I have decent movement, but I could do a lot better. If you see my defensive stats, like all my defensive stats, throw breaking, fucking punishment, all that shit is like S, but evasion, which I think is monitoring your ability to sort of sidestep shit, fucking in the doldrums, right? So, and this game doesn't really do a good job of teaching you how to move, because even the things that you think should be able to move out the way of, you get clipped with, especially online. So it's very frustrating. And I think a lot of players, they start to try and explore the Z-axis movement, and then they get hit by shit that they wouldn't have got hit by if they just held back, and they just like keep holding back. So, but even still, this is one of those things that I think separates good from great players. So, yeah, this is definitely a fundamental skill. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, niggers of all races, there is a skill that I think is even more important than all these other ones. In fact, it is a skill that I think is a prerequisite for all of these other skills. It's a skill that you need to cultivate and allows you to improve all the other ones. What is that skill? Even me, I'm of all races, especially you, Shinpete, especially you. What is that skill? The ability to notice. The ability to notice. Let's break it down. Okay? Your brain has a filter, okay? Your brain has a filter. Like there are so many things that happen in the world that you cannot pay attention to all of them at once. You just can't, right? Put your hand up, leave one in the chat if you've ever been in a situation like this, right? You're in a crowded room, okay? and there's lots of people talking and lots of different conversations and you're not really paying attention. And then someone in the other side of the room says your name. They don't even yell it, they just say your name. And your brain just kind of goes, just locks in, right? If I asked you what had they been saying up to this point, you couldn't remember. But simply hearing your name kind of snaps an alarm system in your brain that kind of like locks in. Or another example, like let's say it's a dark night, you're walking through the streets, and like something moves quickly in your peripheral and you just snap into it. And before that, you weren't paying attention to anything in your peripheral at all. If I asked you to describe what was in your peripheral, you couldn't do it. But something sufficiently alarming happens, your brain will lock in, right? This is proof that your brain has like a natural filter. And we know this. This isn't new. Anyone who's read even a pop psychology book knows this, right? Your brain filters out a bunch of noise and selects, your subconscious selects the things that it thinks your conscious mind needs to know about. It's like a personal assistant that goes, excuse me, sir, just so you know, this, and it ignores 90% of the shit that's happened, okay? So I think I've mentioned this before. For the past 3 years, I've been studying Mandarin Chinese. 我会说中文，但是我还没流利的，所以如果你也可以说中文，可能我们可以聊聊。But while I was learning Chinese, I really wanted to find out how do you learn a language, because I was teaching myself. I wasn't going to a language school. I was trying to teach myself like, how do you learn a language. And Steve Kaufman is a great resource for this. He's a polyglot, old white dude from Canada, I think, and like he speaks over 20 languages, and he's really enthusiastic about language learning. And he was the one who brought this to my attention, the idea that one of the most important things about learning anything, including languages, is enthusiasm for what you're learning, but also the ability to notice things. I'm learning Japanese right now. Hey, then you gotta look at Steve Kaufman, right? The ability to notice things is the key, because at first the language just sounds like blah 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 blah. It's all noise, but eventually you start to be able to pick out keywords: I, we, they, go, want, don't want, like, don't like, and with that you can start to form more complex understandings, right? And so one of the keys is teaching yourself just to notice things, even if you are not fluent yet, even if you can't read things. The fact that you can notice things that you previously could not notice is a sign that you are learning, and it's something that you should be trying to cultivate, right? And similarly, I put cars in this list. Let's say you're trying to buy a specific type of car. When you're on the road, you will start to notice that car infinitely more often, because now your brain is actively noticing it rather than dismissing it as just another car, right? So again, I'm going around in circles here, trying to highlight the fact that your brain has a filter. What does this have to do with Tekken? You can probably already see where I'm going with this, right? Tekken also has a filter, right? Tekken also has a filter. And Tekken is a busy game. So much is happening. And your brain cannot give equal attention to all of the things that happen. And so as you play the game more and more and more, you naturally start to notice things that your brain previously discarded as noise. My favorite example of this, Sneak Edge, one of my many weaknesses. Genius, here's the thing. Snake Edge kills everyone when they first play this game. It kills everyone when they first play this game. But if you play it for long enough, or you spend time deliberately practicing, you can reach the point where you consistently break Snake Edge. Break Snake Edge, you can block Snake Edge. Snake Edge is not a problem of reaction speed. There is no one playing this game who doesn't have the reaction speed to block Snake Edge. The problem is your filter has not identified Snake Edge as something that needs to be flagged. So oftentimes your brain flags it too late. Your brain flags it too late. It's not an issue of your actual reaction speed, it's your filter. And the whole point of this video, the point that I hopefully will, the point that I'm trying to communicate is that your filter can be improved with deliberate practice, right? This is the thing. A lot of people think that, I don't have the reactions for this game. I don't have the reaction to break throws on reaction. I hear a lot of people say that. Or blocking Snake Edge, or even just faster lows. You can do it, but you have to do deliberate practice, right? Yo, sorry I'm late for class. I'll review later. Nameless, this is your last time. It's your last time, Nameless. We've discussed this. Okay, so no, your filter can be improved, right? So I'm going to give you an example from my gameplay. So this weekend, I've been working on something very specific. So if you've watched my gameplay, you know, what up, Emilio? You know that I'm actually pretty good at blocking Jins down too. With decent consistency. So much so that I actually get annoyed when I don't block it rather than happy when I do. So I'm consistently good at blocking it. But you know what I'm not very good at blocking? You know what I'm not very good at blocking? I'll show you. I'll show you guys. Fucking Kazuya's down 1+2. I am really bad at blocking this, right? Even though they come out at the same speed. I'm often really bad at blocking this. So this weekend, I was spending like basically like 50 minutes on Saturday and Sunday, just trying to teach myself to like recognize the difference, right? Just be like, okay, block, failed to block, punish, right? Punish, block, right? And it was embarrassing how many times I was getting hit by the low. I've clearly improved at blocking the low. You might not think it because I got hit a couple times there, but like I was weirdly free, right? Now, I don't know yet if the time I've spent in training mode is going to help me in a real match, but I'm confident it will, because in Tekken 7, this happened a lot too. There were a lot of slow lows, and that's faster than Snake Edge, right? There are a lot of slow lows that I got hit by, and I was like, and I spent time in training mode, and then I swear to God, within a week, I find myself not getting hit by them. I'm going to go through some of the slow lows that I think you can teach yourself to deal with, right? Guys in the chat, if you have thoughts as to what slow lows you can think of, let me know. But we'll go through them. We'll add them to the video, right? Like slow lows, obviously I mentioned down 2. Raven has one, I think down back 4. This is a slow low. This one. So like Raven, right? Back, Raven, this one, 24 frames. You shouldn't be getting hit by this. Is Jin's down 2 reactable? It is very reactable. Beng's Leo's down 2. I think you mean Leo's down 2+3. That's trickier. But this one, very reactable. You can teach yourself to react to this. Oh, this one. Yes. This is reactable. Very reactable. Yes. This is reactable. You gotta be lucky at that. Is it launch? No. Oh, it is launch. Yeah, this is reactable. Right? And the thing is, I promise you, a lot of time, if you're getting hit by these moves, like I am, the issue is not your reaction time. I promise you, you can do it. I promise you can do it. But you have to be willing to spend time practicing it. But what you're practicing is not improving your reaction time. It's literally just teaching your brain, oh, this is important. Like, let's say you play a game, right? You put a bunch of moves in and you make it so that I have to successfully block this move 10 times in a row. The act of trying to, it's your ability to recognize, exactly, Chimpy, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's your ability to recognize the animation. So much of this game is just about teaching yourself to react appropriately to animations. That's it. So much of this game, right? And I'm really trying to convey is that a lot of it isn't reaction time. It's just being accustomed, familiar with this. And it's hard in Tekken 8 because you don't, back in the day when you used to play against, when you used to be able to play long sets with people, you could develop organically. Like you get hit by this move over and over again. And by the 6th game, you're like, I'm blocking it, right? But now you kind of have to do it on your own time. But there's a bunch of others. And if someone asked me, is Jin's down to reactable? It is very much reactable. It is very much reactable. In fact, I'm going to say something very controversial. I don't think Jin's down 2 is that bad. It's a separate question as to whether or not a character like Jin needed a load like that. It's a very separate question, right? But like, I actually don't think down 2 is that bad. I really don't. And again, people are going to hate me for that. You're not supposed to say that. That's a very controversial view. No, down 2 is the worst thing that ever happened to Tekken, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. I don't think it's that deep. It's annoying, yes, it's not that deep. Like, it is very much reactable. It is very much reactable. I promise you. And obviously, this is a bad test. A real way to test it would be to set up some other moves that aren't down 2 and then see if you can differentiate between them, right? So let's say, depends on, yes, online, on certain connections, yes. And at low level, when you're still learning the game, very frustrating, right? Oh, fuck. That was bad. See? You can react to it. You can react to it. You can react to it. You can react to it, huh? You absolutely can react to it. Like, but yeah, different question as to whether or not the character, I think it's because of the evasive counter hit launch. Yeah, there are properties. Again, I'm not trying to defend the move. I'm just trying to point out the fact that it is reactable, and I have seen many Jin players get killed because they over rely on that move, and then they come across me who can deal with it, and it's like, oh, now that move's getting me killed. So hopefully, and I'm not going to talk about throw breaking, right? Because you should already know about throw breaking, right? I've said this multiple times in the past. You can teach yourself to break throws with deliberate practice. Listen to me when I say this. If you're someone who can't like distinguish between 1 and 2 throws, remember what I said about the filter? Your brain is reacting to a throw, right? The pink flash and like the grabbing. But your brain is disregarding whether or not they lean with their left shoulder or their right shoulder. But if you teach yourself to focus on it, your brain will passively, without even trying to, start identifying, right? So again, I'm going round and round in circles, really trying to drill this point home. There are things you need to teach your subconscious to pick up on, right? And this is a key skill that unlocks all the other skills we're talking about. In long sets, you can use your opponent's flowchart and habits, making it easier. Yes, exactly. There are lots of other things to read. Sometimes it's movement. Sometimes it's a case of like they'll do forward, and then the move. So you react to the forward, and then predict. So you're right. 1 and 2 are easier. It's 1 and 1 plus 2 that are kind of fucked up, in my opinion. They're not that fucked up, but they are harder, right? But again, the fact that you are smart enough to identify that difference means that you are now too smart to use it as an excuse. Because then you can just sit there in training mode and teach yourself to distinguish 1 versus 1 plus 2. You know which one catches you off guard, right? So just sit there and practice. I can already tell from what you described that you must play on player 1 side, because on player 2 side it's the opposite. It's 2 versus 1 plus 2 that's hard, right? But if you lock in, you'll be able to break them, right? That's the thing. Yeah, I've been laughing my thoughts. Exactly. This is great. You just keep doing it, right? So the whole game is hard. Thank you. The whole game is hard. Let's go back to the lecture. All right. So, like I said, your filter can be improved. So if there's one thing you take away from this, let it be this. If you are trying to improve in Tekken, think about the things that your subconscious filter is good at finding and that it isn't. And try to improve that, because the better your subconscious is at filtering, the easier your life becomes in Tekken. Right? You need to be able to push off as many decision-making problems to your subconscious as humanly possible, so that you have more conscious space to focus on the things, the actual interplayer interactions, right? So I'm going to show you the ability to notice in many of those other fundamentals I talked about. So the ability to notice strings, right? Again, people have come to me for advice. How do I deal with this? How do I deal with this? And they will often say things like, how do I deal with spam, right? And I often find myself struggling to answer that. Yo, Apollo Rex, thanks for joining. I find myself struggling to answer, right? Because what is spam? Obviously, I know what spam is, but like, I can't give you advice. You have to be more specific. Oh, how do I deal with Nina spam? What move specifically are you struggling with? I ask them this. And they go, I don't know. And I go, my brother in Christ, that is the problem. You need to, the first protocol before you come to me or to anyone is to find out what move is causing you trouble. Specifically, the name of the move, right? You need to be able to find that shit. I'm going to highlight certain things that I think a lot of low and intermediate players have not taught themselves to notice. And I promise you that if you learn to notice these key moves, these matchups will become a lot easier. I'm not saying you'll win them all the time, but they will help. All right, so let me show you, what's the first move? Can opener. What character has can opener? If I say can opener, you should know what move I'm talking about. Who has can opener? Tell me. First one gets a million chat bucks in the chat. Who has can opener? What character has a move called can opener, or is referred to as can opener? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Nina and Anna, right? Thank you, Shimpy. Yipes. Fuck out of here. All right. Look. Nina's can opener is very important. If you are struggling with Nina, I'm about to help you a lot. Referring to a conversation as a flowchart is crazy, but it's true. It's literally option A into option B into option C. Can you help me with the spam? What move specifically are you struggling with? I don't know. Go find out. I've had that conversation so many times, unbelievable. Right? Okay. Can opener. That's a new Tekken lingo. This is canon. Thank you, the Jen. Thank you so much. This. Put your hand up if you get hit by that move. Put your hand up if you get hit by that move. Who has seen this move before? Who has seen this? This move is fucking annoying. Oh my god. Emmy, thanks for joining, man. Bro, this move, everyone, this is a scrub killing string. This string, I am not exaggerating, this string is good enough to get you to Raijin, if not Kishin. I swear to God, right? This move is killer. It is killer. And you have got to teach yourself, the second that jumping kick comes, you gotta low parry that shit. You gotta low parry that shit. You gotta do it 100%. I duck after the first hit of every Nina string. Ducking's not enough. Ducking's not enough. Ducking is not enough. And I'll tell you why ducking's not enough. You've got to low parry. You've got to low parry. Because even if you crouch block, right? She continues. Why low parry when they can while standing 2 and kill? No. When you can low, but you can't though. You can't. Look. You can't punish. You can't punish. You can't punish. Look. You can't. You can't punish. Right? And then even if you block all the hits, right? Oh, sorry. Block all the hits. She's safe. She's safe, bro. She's safe. You got a low parry. Because don't forget, like someone said in the chat, she's got options. She can do this. She can go and only do the 2 hits, right? She can do that, right? Or even more annoying, check this shit out. Are you ready? Are you ready for this shit? You ready for this shit? Right? She can cancel into buns. She can cancel into sidestep. Yes, Emilio, she can cancel into sidestep. Right? So yes, that will count you there. But if you're not careful, you've got a sidestep. So Shin, see what I'm saying, Shin? Shin, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You have got, listen to me. Listen to me when I say this, right? Because I'm going to sound like a harsh taskmaster right now, okay? But I mean this from the bottom of my heart. A lot of people bitch about how top tier this character is, how she needs nerfs. And she does, right? How she's like overtuned. She is. But I say this from the bottom of my heart, and I say it with love, with fucking love, okay? If you are not low parrying can opener, you deserve to die against Nina. I'm gonna say it again. If you are not low parrying can opener, you deserve to die against Nina. I'm saying that with my chest. Because I'm tired of people. There are lots of characters in this game that are gimmicky, they're frustrating, they're OP, they need to be toned down. I'm with you. I'm with you. But if you are not dealing with the aspects of those characters that are deal withable, then I don't want to hear you talk about nerfs. I don't. Finish your fucking plate first. Know what I mean? Finish your fucking plate. Deal with the stuff that is deal withable, then we can talk about the stuff that is non-deal withable, right? But can opener is deal withable. People have been dealing with this shit since 1995, okay? Look. Low parry. Low parry. Low parry. This is one of those strings that you just have to learn to deal with. It's the same with Junkyard. Some strings need to be low parried rather than block. Exactly, right? Now, I don't blame you if you're new or you're intermediate and you don't know this, or that you've not taught yourself to do this. This isn't natural. This is one of those things that you have to teach yourself to do, right? You should maybe rephrase that a little bit, but I agree. No! If you are not low parrying can opener, you deserve to die against Nina. You do, right? Just earlier, I lost to a Horang player and I was talking so much shit, but I consistently blocked his back 3 and I didn't punish him. If you are not launch punishing Horang's back 3, you deserve to lose. And that's what happened to me, right? And this is one of those. If you are not low parrying fucking Nina's can opener, you deserve to lose. It's frustrating. It sucks to have to deal with this. I get it. You fucking have to. Here's another string that I have to think about. Everyone finishes the string, even in high blues, shit Pete. Even in fucking Emperor. Even in Emperor, I'm dealing with people who are throwing this string out because there's enough gold rank players who are not dealing with this. You've got to teach yourself to deal with it. Right? Low parry. Here's another one. Here's another string to think about, right? It's the reverse of it. I don't know what it's called. I guess reverse can opener. Right? It looks identical, right? But instead of being high, low, high, it's low, high, low. Oh, low, high, mid, I think. Low, high, mid, right? So this one. Back in the day, you could sidestep the final hit. But now you can't. Right? Yeah, low, high, mid. You used to be able to sidestep the hit, but you can't now. Yeah, this is super toxic. And again, she's safe afterwards, right? So you deal with this. There are 2 ways of dealing with this. The mid-tier way, which unfortunately is the kind of the way I deal with it, is to deal with the 3rd hit. Reversal if you got it, right? Reversal, right? Genius knows where I'm going exactly. But the gangster way, the big dick way, that I'm fucking good at this game, my defense is cracked way, is to react and duck. Right? That's the gangster way of dealing with it. On my good days, I do that. But I'll be honest with you, a lot of the time, I don't realize I'm in the string until the 3rd hit, right? But again, a lot of you who are getting snowed under by Nina simply don't, your brain has not triggered a reaction, the appropriate reaction to this. Your brain doesn't notice that kick until it's too late. And you gotta teach yourself to deal with that shit. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It is very hard. It is very hard. but you've got to deal with it. You've got to. You've got to. You've got to. If you want to be good at this game, you've got to. You've just got to. You've just got to. It's non-negotiable. You've got to teach yourself. Never knew you could duck that. Well, now you do, Benji. Now you know. But you have to, right? That string. Yeah! The string is pure cancer. I'm with you. The string is cancer. But again, this is part of her design, right? People have this very frustrating attitude about like there's real Tekken and then everything else is bullshit. Everything my character can do is real Tekken and everything that my character can't do is bullshit Tekken. Overwhelming your enemy is a very valid strategy of war. It is. And Nina is built to do that. It is what it is. 300 years of Tekken 7 experience right here. I guess so. But like, it didn't take you that long. But here's the point of this video. The fact that I, a fellow human being, has highlighted this to you. From now on, when you play against Nina, you will notice it more. And noticing, again, point of this video, is the beginning of getting good. You have to notice, because a lot of times I'm just dying to spam. But now, when you die to Nina, you'll know exactly why you're dying. You'll be like, I'm dying because I'm not realizing this move is coming out until it's too late. Now you'll know. Now you'll know why you're dying. And maybe they'll get around with it for 1 round, maybe even 2 rounds to put you right to the back. But then, let me tell you something. As frustrating as this game is in Tekken, as frustrating as this fucking game is in Tekken, right? The best thing about this fucking game is when you get blown up by Nina's doing this fucking horse shit, right? Round 1, they're fucking throwing this shit out. And you're like, fuck. Round 2. And then round 3, no, you die now. That is a great fucking feeling, right? And you can do that. You can do that, but you gotta commit, right? So that was just one string. Let's look at another string. Okay? This person on Reddit has asked, any tips on how I deal with this situation? Great question, right? Great question. I want to watch it a couple of times. See if there are any things that you notice, okay? I love how the sequence ends with fucking, I'm done with this shit, right? But, right, let's watch it again, right? Any moves that you see repeating over and over again? Okay, Cyril sees the low, Right? There's a lot of things to pay attention to. I want you to pay attention to something else. What I'm about to show you is one of the most important pieces of information you'll have against Hwoarang. Watch, okay? Okay, you see that back punch? See this back punch? That shit is +5 on block. Listen to me, bro. Everyone knows about Hwoarang's kicks. Everyone is scared of Hwoarang's kicks. And every time someone dies, they die to Hwoarang's kicks. That punch has killed more people than COVID-19. That has killed more people than cholera. That has killed more people than all cancers combined. That move right there is a threat. And you know what? A lot of players do not notice it. You see why I'm going in so hard on noticing things. So many players don't notice it. Now, here's the thing. I played this for you twice. Many of you probably didn't even pay attention to it. Now I want to play the video again. Pay attention. Now that I've put it in your head, look out for that animation, right? Look out for the animation. Right? Right? He does it like 7 times, but your brain doesn't lock in on that. Of course it doesn't. You're dealing with Hwoarang. So of course your brain, your smart, intelligent brain, is just focusing on the kicks. Because that's what kills you. But the joke is, more people have died because of the setup of RFS2 than anything in this game. I'm telling you, it's fucking ridiculous. Again, RFS2 is a real fucking deal, okay? And what's the reliable way to duck punish RFS jab? So I don't think you necessarily need to duck punish. I think simply knowing that you're -5 should give you a signal, right? It's a great question, Alex, right? Now that a lot of people struggle with sidestepping because they don't know when to sidestep and when's viable. Sidestepping after RFS2 is not the worst idea. It's not necessarily the best idea in the world, right? Because you can still get blown up, right? But Knowing that you're -5 can at least avoid you from pushing buttons meaningfully. But now that I put it in your head, knowing, okay, if I block this move, I'm -5. So what do I typically do when I'm -5, right? Do I sidestep? Then do that. Do I AOP? Then do that. Do I just hold it? Then do that. Do I hop kick? Then do that. Regardless, right? Knowing that you're -5 is really important. And there's a lot of people who play this game. In fact, I would even go so far to say the majority of people who play this game do not notice that move. And you have to. This move is fucking look at it again. Bro, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bro, 5 times. Goddamn. 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 But yeah, I'm putting that on your radar, okay? Next move to put on your radar. Give me a second. I'm gonna need 2-hour-long essay on how to deal with Horang. Fuck. I made a video on how to deal with a right flamenco stance, and only not that many people watched it. So I'll leave a link to it in the description. But I've already made a video to help you. In fact, my first video on this channel was a how to deal with Horang's right flamenco stance video on Tekken 7. On Tekken 7. So I've been on this train for a minute, right? That was season 1 of Tekken. Every time I'm here, you're beating up on my Eddy. It's because Eddy's beating me up, so I gotta learn the matchup. All right, cool. Is it that? Okay, no, it's okay. So this is down back 4-4. All right, so I got the inputs wrong. Down back 4-4. Okay. Down back 4-4, and this is gotta check your back low. Thanks, Chad. No worries, man. Is it? Oh, it's 4-4. Okay, so it's okay. So I got the inputs wrong. So let's start this. All right, so a lot of low-ranking Eddies will throw this out, right? Dunk that shit. There's a large thing like this. You gotta dunk that shit. Dunk that shit. Dunk that shit. Okay. At a slightly higher level, maybe in higher blue ranks, players will throw this out. Safe on block, right? Safe on block, right? But you can sidestep and launch it, right? It looks like a mid. I know it looks like a mid. Again, this is why you gotta lab your shit. You gotta lab your shit, right? Watch your replays. But yeah, this is a mid-mid. And you can sidestep it, right? Right? Or if you're a gangster like me, you can AOP. Lol, right? Or you can jab it. Right? You can jab it. Which might be better online. Right? A lot of Eddy's highs don't look like highs. It's true, it's true, it's true. Right? Here's the thing though. Bro, that mid string is so deceptive. He literally swinging his leg horizontally. I know. You don't trust your eyes. Don't trust your eyes. I keep telling people, fucking lab your matchups and watch the replay. Okay? Because you cannot just trust your eyes. People are like, oh, I'm gonna learn organically. No, you won't. Nigga, no, you won't. You have to lab your shit. Okay? The highest looking mid in Tekken. Oh, 100%. But here's the thing though. Can you differentiate between the two? Right? Right? I struggle. Okay, that's a jab one. Okay, that's a duck one. Right? Right? I ducked it. Okay, there you go. Right? Practicing. Right? Right? Learning to differentiate between these two moves will get you a lot of leeway. That's why I think I can tweak or once people learn. These are things that you have to learn, right? But again, I think there's a lot of people who don't even notice this stuff. Or even if they do notice it, they struggle to differentiate between these two moves that look kind of similar if you just squint, right? That's real shit. I'm not gonna learn organically anymore. You can't learn. You're in blue ranks. Never fake. Your days of organic growth in Tekken are over. They are over. They are over. Once you are in blue rank, your days of organic growth in Tekken are fucking over. Hit the books, kid. Hit the books. It is what it is. Okay. Right. So again, I beat this over the head, right? The ability to, but again, you see why I'm talking about noticing is a key thing, right? Because learning to punish and learning to sidestep, like all of this stuff hinges on you first noticing things. And you might have to spend time teaching yourself just to notice. And this is a key element for me. I have a slide about this later, but I want to say it now. A lot of times people will go into the lab and they'll practice something. And in a real match, they'll get fucked up by it. And they go, see, Chad, labbing doesn't work. I'm wasting my time. And I'm like, bro, Before you went into the lab, you didn't even notice the thing that's killing you. Now, you are noticing it. And yes, it's still killing you. And I get that frustration. But the fact that you now notice it is proof that you have improved. Noticing and failing to deliver is a part of the learning process. Then you reach the point where you notice and deliver. But you can't skip that. It takes, thank you, Dr. Lovebox. It takes time. Failing is part of the learning process. Losing is part of the learning process. And I promise you, spending time in the lab, just because the first time you encounter it online and fail to deal with it, does not mean that you've wasted your time. It is a step because you notice it now. And noticing it is the key, right? It's kind of like, again, when you're learning a language, sometimes you might hear a word and be like, oh, I know what this word means, but I can't access it. I'm so dumb. It's like, no. You know that word in your brain somewhere, right? You know it's in your brain. Which move is the second? Yeah, I kind of fucked up. I think the first one is 4-4, I think. No, that's down back 4-4. Down back 4-4 is this. Bap, bap. And this one is 4-4. Just roll 4-4. Right? So yeah, noticing is a prerequisite, right? Back to the slide. Man, it's taking longer than I thought. I was hoping this would be like an hour long maximum. It's going to take a minute. But yeah, like I said earlier, don't bitch until you've done the work. Oh, wait, hold on. My slide's not up yet. Yeah. Don't bitch until you've done the work. Teaching yourself what to notice. Next aspect. Let's see. I don't want to buy this whack-ass character. I understand. But would you rather lose to this whack-ass character? Shit, I play Steve. I'm allowed to bitch. No, fuck out of here. Steve's got some cheap shit too. Don't make me make an anti-Steve video. Cyril. Don't make me do it. I'll blow up all your characters. All right, so this is another one. The ability to notice whiffs. Okay, this is a big one. I said this earlier. A lot of intermediate players are letting whiffs go, and it is fucking annoying. It's fucking, when I watch their videos, I'm like, why are you letting that go? And we all do it to some extent, right? But obviously when you watch high level players, or even just high intermediate level players, you'll notice that they will punish whiffs, right? What a threat. And I go, I don't think Steve is cheap. I think I'm just losing to Genius. Okay, both things can be true at the same time, Genius. Okay, I have since that discussion, I have labbed the matchup, and I agree. Steve definitely has some cheap shit, but you don't play with the cheesy shit, right? That's your problem, Genius. You play a little bit too clean. And I think if you embraced some Xiaoyu some baggishness, you might be doing a little bit better. So I'm saying your win rate might be a little bit better if you stopped playing like with integrity and started doing the cheap shit. So I'm saying. But hey, look, I ain't gonna tell you how to live your life. Be honest. Die honest if you want to. Keep that Tekken 7 mentality alive. I'm out here doing the cheap shit. Gotta hold that. Genius is cheap. Okay, so this is I don't know how I'm going to demonstrate this lesson, but it's really important. I learned something a while ago, actually, from a Street Fighter YouTuber about how to whiff punish. And it is, I don't know if it'll be useful to you, but it's extremely useful to me, okay? A lot of the time, I was really bad at whiff punishing because I would be trying to wait for my opponent's move to whiff and to finish whiffing before I push the requisite button. Right? So I'll try to visually confirm the whiff and then hit the button. What I'm about to suggest to you might sound scrubby, and there might be some high-ranking players who will disagree with this. And there are definitely ways that it can get you blown up. But I have found it to be extremely successful even at the highest levels of play. All right. So here's the thing. Sometimes when I'm playing, I am in the mode where I am looking to whiff punch. If you watch me, I'm sure you guys have seen me in the lobby when I go, don't whiff nothing. Don't you dare whiff nothing, right? Or I'm like, oh, he's gonna whiff. Please give me a whiff, right? I'm literally 100% of my mental focus is in whiff punish mode. I'm not trying to approach you with running 3. I'm not trying to approach you with anything. I'm literally in whiff punish mode. You've seen this, right? When I'm in that mode, instead of waiting for the move to finish whiffing, instead, the second I see an animation start to come out, I hit the button, right? This is game changing because if you try to whiff punish a move after the move has come out, it's very hard and you'll often fuck up and you'll often be late, right? But if you press the whiff punishing button the second the animation starts, something interesting happens because either the move will hit you but will hit you in block stun, therefore the move doesn't come out, so you just block it, so you're fine, or the move whiffs, and then the move comes out, and you launch punish them. right? It's hard to explain. And I might have to, once I finish making this video, I might have to go into YouTube, I might have to go into the game and try to recreate situations. But like, hopefully what I'm saying makes sense to you, right? The way you get good at whiff punishing is by entering a whiff punish mode. I am looking for the whiff punish. And you tell yourself, the second this motherfucker does a thing in range, I'm going to hit the whiff punish button, right? Don't wait for the end of the animation. React to the start of the animation. Now, full disclosure, right? There are times where that's going to get you blown up. If the opponent is doing a move that has 2 hits, right, and the first hit whiffs, but the second hit gets you, you get caught, right? So I'm sure in an offline environment, this is suboptimal, right? You should truly visually confirm the whiff. But online, that's hard as fuck, right? I think learning to react to the start of the whiff is 9 times out of 10 will get you results far more often than they get you hurt. So, but what I will show you is this. This I did think of. I have an exercise to help you improve your whiff punishing. Are you ready? Are you ready? I got you. Guys, I got you. All right, first of all, let's get rid of the browser one more time. I got an exercise to help you, right? I've got an exercise for you. Release on lesson 5 on whiffs, 100%. Nearly all that. Yeah, that depends on the active frames of character. Yeah, he's out there. He's in the advanced class. He's in the advanced class. Okay, so here is a good use of your time. Sometimes you want to play Tekken, but you don't want to play against other people. This is a good thing to do. Super fucking super ghost battle. Super ghost battle. Get ready. Get ready. All right, we're gonna come in here. We're gonna find the Horang Tekken King because the Horang one whiffs a lot. So Leo has a bear with me. I'll start. Give me a second. So Leo got given a new whiff punishing tool, down back 2-4, and it has a longer range than down 4-2, right? So there are certain times where my opponent whiffs and I should do down 4-2. Oh, sorry, down back 2-4. And there are other times where I should do down 4-2, right? And so I did this exercise to teach myself to visually react to what's happening. So here's what I'm gonna do. I don't care about winning. It's fucking super ghost battle. Who cares, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna try and create run, right? And as I'm going backward and forward, I'm making a mental note that if my opponent whiffs a move, like look at where Horang is right now. If Horang whiffs a move here, I need to press down back. I need to press down. Sorry, back 1+2 with Xiaoyu, right? But bear with me. If he whiffs a move here, I need to press up back 3, right? So I have 2 different whiff punishing options. One in close range, one in far range, right? And I'm literally just gonna fight, and I'm looking for whiffs. I'm looking for whiffs. Give it to me. Give me whiffs. Give me a whiff. You dumb bitch. Give me a whiff. Give me a whiff. Okay. Give me a whiff. What is happening? Why is Horang being so fucking patient? What's happening? What? This is so weird. This is so embarrassing. Why are you being patient? Give me a whiff. There we go. All right, cool. Fine. All right. So we're just trying to whiff punish, right? We're just looking for the whiffs. We're looking for the whiffs. Okay, whip something, you dumb bitch. Maybe I need to pick a different bot. Fuck's sake! Whip something! What is happening? What is this? The most patient. And I lost. Fuck! Okay, hopefully this round he'll play different. He's beginning to believe. Oh, fuck! See, I fucked up. All right. Whip something. Nope. Okay. That was too far. Whip something. What is happening with this bot, bro? This is so wild. Okay, you know what? You know what? Maybe they improved it since I last did this. Maybe they improved the AI. Fuck! Stop it! Stop hitting me! Fuck my life. Ah! This is so dumb. Whip something, you dumb fuck! Oh god. Maybe I gotta interact first. Whip something! Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? It's definitely not. It's definitely. You know what? You know what? Alright. CPU is like, hey, look. Oh shit. It's Chad the Third. Oh shit. It's Chad the Third. I can't be whipping. Alright. Oh wow, Chad is what? Fuck you, that's you. Okay, you know what? I take back. I'm gonna delete this whole part of the video. Fuck all of y'all. This is for the stream only. But you see what I mean? I will try and find a better CPU, right? I will try to find. You can try against aggressive CPU in practice. Yeah, that's a good example. The point is, I don't know who the bot is now. They've changed it. But Tekken class is rough. It's rough, yo. It's been a minute. But when you did it, it made sense. Yes, thank you. The point is, you're trying to find a bot that will and again, you're trying to win, clearly, right? But you're trying to teach yourself to be like, okay, if it whips at this range, I do down 4-2. If it's this range, I do down back 2-4. I'll try and find a better bot and post it. Just fight me, man. I'll whip plenty. This is too funny. Fuck you guys, man. Fuck you guys. Oh, so embarrassing. But you see my point. Despite the fact that I failed to demonstrate the point, hopefully the point still lands. But yeah, teaching yourself to whiff punish is key, but teaching yourself to notice the whiff is also requires practice, and you can do this without playing against humans. You can actually practice this in training mode, I promise you. If you've ever played a 2D game, it's similar. This is perfect. Upload this, please. Fuck my life, maybe. All right, but if you've ever played a 2D game, anti-airing is a similar thing, right? Learning to anti-air is key. It's a key skill, right? You have to learn to do that shit. And one of the best ways to do it is to practice in single player against CPU at first. And then eventually you get so good at doing it that you can do it on autopilot. But at first you have to commit conscious effort to trying to do it. Get what I'm saying? So yeah, whiff punishing is one of those things I think everyone needs to try and improve on. It is good to use one player Tekken time for sure. 100%. Sometimes I want to play Tekken, but I don't want to play Tekken. You know what I mean? I want to play Tekken, but I want to deal with shit. I want to improve at Tekken, but I don't want to have to deal with humans. Then you just boot up Tekken and you do this drill against a better bot, obviously. Has gone a lot worse since month 1 of release, yeah, clearly. So yeah, that's my point. My apologies for my poor demonstration. If I find a better bot off screen, I'll tell you what to do in the YouTube video description. Okay, back to regular schedule program. And the final thing I want to talk about is noticing what to notice, right? A lot of the time I lose to going back to Nina. A lot of Ninas will hit you with dick jab stuff. All right, hit me. Press 1 in the chat if the following has happened to you. All right, do the whole thing. And you get dick jabbed, and now it's her turn again. And she'll do a bunch of shit, right? There'll be a lot of times where my opponent will do something, and then they'll dick jab right after it, right? Let me know if this has happened to you. And I get fucking frustrated because I know they're dick jabbing after certain moves, but I'm bad at realizing what move they're doing that they're then dick jabbing after. And if I'm sharp, then what'll happen is they'll do it, and I'll go, fuck you, right? I'll read it and I'll beat them. But a lot of the time, I'm too slow to realize what it is they're dick jabbing after. He's unethical at the wall, but most of Tekken, yeah, that's fair. I like that. That's fine. I do that. What, you dick jab? You dick jab a lot? I don't see why not, right? It's a valid thing. But like, yeah, that gets me out of jail tactic with Eddy. Yeah, a lot of characters, they'll do moves that are safe and then immediately dick jab to steal the turn back. It's a valid strategy. But as the defender, there have been so many times where I just get blown up and I'm like, fuck, man. Like, why is my brain so bad at identifying the point at which they're dick jabbing? Because if I can identify quick enough, it's actually going to get them killed. Fuck you. But if I don't, I'll die, right? And that happens a lot. And again, this is a key element of noticing, right? Because if you can notice it, you can win a lot. And if you don't, you die. And this is one of those many reasons why you have to watch replays. Because if you fail to find it in time in the match, watching replays will help you identify it more in the future, right? It's a very common strat. A lot of characters do it, right? Like, especially characters or players who want to maintain pressure, even when the frames don't necessarily suggest that they should. Like I said, watch your fucking replays. I'm gonna wrap this video up because it's already gone on too long. Watch your fucking replays. Listen to me when I say this. Hey, you at home, look at me. When was the last time you watched your replays? If it's been over a week since you've last watched your replays, you know what the fuck to do when this video is over. I ain't bullshitting you. I will fail your ass if you do not watch your replays this week. This week. Watch your goddamn replays. I'm tired of telling you, right? I'm tired of telling you. You know you should be doing it, and you're not. And again, I'm speaking to myself here. I'm guilty of this too. Watch your goddamn replays. I don't want to hear you telling me, oh, I'm stuck in blank rank. I'm stuck in this rank. And then I ask you, hey, when was the last time you watched your replay? And it's been like, oh, I've not watched my replay in like 3 weeks. Then suck a dick. Suck a dick. Okay? If you ain't watching, Professor, my dog ain't my controller, then buy a new one. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this shit. People are like, oh, Chad, can you help me with this? Oh, how do I improve? Watch your fucking replays. Or again, personal shilling. If you want me to watch your replays, join my membership thing on YouTube and I'll watch your replays. I'll always promise to watch at least one, probably two of your replays, right? So I will do it for you. But even then, you don't have to pay me shit because you can do it your goddamn self. Watch your replays. I go smoke BRB. Listen to me. I get it, yeah? Watching my videos to help you improve, oh, that's really cool. Watching 3DX videos to improve, cool. Listen to me when I say this. There is no resource online with more data to help you improve in this game than your own fucking replays. There is no 3DX video. There is no video of me or of any of, there's no content creator video that will help you improve more than watching your own fucking replays. And again, I know I say this in every video, but sometimes you just need, your big brother to just remind you of shit you need to be doing. Watch your replays. I don't care if you're Shinryu, I don't care if you're Tekken King, I don't care if you're Fujin, I don't care if you're Tekken God. Watch your fucking replays. We're done. Okay, cool. The debate around coaching. Again, a lot of people have made videos about coaching. I didn't really want to weigh in on the topic, but I realized when making this chart that actually noticing is a key element. Like I said before, noticing is a key skill in Tekken, and coaching in tournament sets kind of eliminate that somewhat because they allow another people to do the noticing for you. And I think a lot of people, including me, value a player's ability to notice just as much as we value their execution, just as much as we value their whiff punishing, just as much as we value their movement. And I am of the agreement with the growing consensus that actually coaching steals a key element of the game. And so, yeah, I just want to put that out there because it pertains to what we're talking about today, which is noticing. Noticing is a key skill, and it's a skill that I think is underrated, and it's a skill that when you improve this skill, all the rest will follow. The ability to notice. And again, a great way to improve your ability to notice, watching your fucking replays and realizing what it is you didn't notice in the actual game. Because then, when it happens to you in a game next time, you will remember this. So again, watching replays, non-negotiable. I made a video about that myself. I think it should be more controlled now. It's just a free-for-all. Hold on, I missed your earlier thing. I made a video about... Oh, coaching? Yeah. I saw that video. Yeah, exactly. But I actually disagree. I don't think it should be even controlled. I think it should be banned. It should be banned. If you and I, Najan, if we are taking a spelling bee, we would not allow someone to feed us answers, because one of the things we're being tested on is our ability to remember. That is one of the things we're being tested on, right? And I think in esports, unlike in boxing, it is your ability to remember the information of the game is part of what's being tested. And I think cheating does change things. I'm here to fight you, not your coach pussy. Get him out of here. That's my thing. And again, I can understand why people want to like coaching, especially if you're in a competitive scene. I hope and I expect that with the uprising of criticism about coaching, it will be banned. Because coaching kind of snuck up on the Tekken community. It came out of nowhere towards the end of Tekken 7, and then it just kind of stuck around. But if Bamco say it's banned, it will become banned, and I think they will do that because it slows down production when you're watching the stream. I won't really litigate. People far more skilled than me have spoken on this issue. So, but that's again, it's one of the things that takes away from noticing. Drills are non-negotiable. Just as I have said about watching replays, drills are non-negotiable. This is the final point I'm going to make in this video. Your ability to notice can be edited, can be improved, but it requires deliberate drill practice. Now that, hopefully after watching this fucking 12-hour-long video, at least all of you, hopefully will have at least one thing that you now notice that you didn't notice before, right? And it will behoove you on those days where you want to play Tekken, but you don't want to play Tekken. You want to play Tekken, but you want to deal with people, to sit down in training mode for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, put on a podcast in the background, put on a comedy special, whatever, and just sit there grinding key elements into your muscle memory. Okay? That's my advice. And so, yeah, that was the whole point of the video, that the most underrated skill in all of Tekken is the ability to notice, and noticing what you don't notice and what you would like to notice more in the future. Do that and you will improve. And this is true regardless of the level of play you're at. Yeah, that's it. And hopefully this video has been appealing to you. Sorry for the earlier fucking the bots betrayed me. The fucking bots. Drills all the way. Drills all the way. The jam. Tell them. Drills all the way. Drills all the way. They are. Once you have identified an area of weakness in your game, you can fix it. You can fix it with deliberate practice. But yeah, that's it. I said this earlier, forgetting and failing is part of learning, so don't feel bad when you practice something and then fail to execute on it in a real match. That's part of the learning process. Again, the fact that you notice it is proof that you've made progress. And yeah, until next time, sorry for the delay on this video. A part of me wants to make like a video every week, but at the same time, I don't want to farm the algorithm. I only want to make videos when I think I have useful insights that are valuable. There are other people to give you the basics of like fucking, you know, punish this, Korean backdash, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to do esoteric videos, and esoteric videos are harder to kind of conceptually come up with and then, you know, do the research. So my video schedule might be less regular, but hopefully they will be filled with insights that are worth listening to. So thank you for the support. My channel has grown quite a bit actually since I've started posting more regularly, so I really appreciate that. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to follow me on Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch, be sure to follow me on YouTube. And until next time, everyone, peace.